So today we're going to kick it off by checking out Higgsfield AI. Now, I tested this out a few months ago. It was quite good, but I think it's got a whole lot better. And you can see this a really powerful dashboard here for like creating, for example, content with Kling, Seed Dance. I think they've got all the main video editors in there. There's an insane amount of options, and we're just going to be testing out live and seeing how it performs and that sort of thing. So essentially, what this is it's kind of like a open router for video creation with AI. We'll see how it performs, what we can do with it, etc., and what we can build. And if you want to see me like try some testing prompts, if you're watching this live, you want me to see me test out some custom prompts, etc., feel free to ask. So we're gonna try and test this out. Let's see what we got here. We got discover the projects and recreate it, so we can create cinematic quality videos. There couldn't be more flashing videos on this dashboard, to be fair. So let's try this one out. So we got, for example, what we got down here, visual effects, Higgsfield apps. So you can basically, for example, like relight images, become an AI stylist, plug in yourself. You can also do like a behind the scenes session as well. And then you've got this Nano Banana Pro Gallery. So these are all like image and video generations with Nano Banana. What else we got here? Higgsfield Soul. So these are kind of like aesthetic UGC models. Kling 2.5 Turbo, which is a Chinese model for generating videos, as you can see. Pretty amazing what you can do. And then you've got a bunch of ideas for like camera control as well. And these are all AI generated videos. So where should we kick it off, my friends? Well, let's try this out. See what we can do here. All right, let's go to video section here. And then we'll create like Cinema Studio style video. Open this up. And then you've kind of got like a chat GPT for images here. You can upload an image or a video and then start mixing around. So let's try this out. Then we've got a bunch of presets here. So like camera setup, Cinema Studio, bring it to life, camera movements, start an end frame, generate multiple angles. There's so much to this. It's almost overwhelming. What we got in the app section as well here. Angles, recast, transitions, click to add. Let's try this one out. AI ad generator. Every morning keeps my skin soft, hydrated, and glow. It actually comes with voice as well on this, which is pretty awesome. And then you can create a video ad in 3 easy steps. You add your product link, choose the ad style, generate the video. All right, let's try this out. So I'm going to take the AI Profit Boardroom and we'll see if it can generate an ad for the AI Profit Boardroom. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll test it out and we'll ride around the track together, see what we got here. The only annoying thing about Higgsfield is the amount of pop-ups. It's insane. They keep trying to upsell me, these crazy peeps. So we're going to click on the link here, so product page URL, and then click on continue. I don't know if this only works for physical products, but we can test it out, see what we got. So it's building out the product kit. In the meantime, we'll actually leave that as a separate tab at the top, and then we'll go through and start testing out some other stuff. So for example, we've got face swap, angles, recast. Let's see what else we got. Cinema Studio. Let's go back to apps. See what's trending. Micro beasts. Surround yourself with cute animals. Video face swap. 3D figure billboard ad. Let's try that one out. All right, so here we upload an image and then we add the billboard text. Okay, let's see what we got here. And so if we go to the AI Profit Boardroom here, we take a screenshot like so. Let's plug that in. I'm going to copy that image, go over to the billboard builder, find the one we just generated, which is this one, and then we'll put the text here. Let's see what we got. All right. Automate anything. We can choose between image or video. I'm going to go with video. And you can see here it actually uses credits. So I think you get a limited amount of credits depending on which plan you're on. They do have a free plan, but honestly, you can generate like one video of that. It's not going to take you very far. to be 100% transparent with you. So I actually signed up to, I think it was like the higher tier plan for like $50 a month, but that's the price I pay to help you and show you what you can do with this stuff. So at the minute, we have two different videos generating here, and you can see it's taken the image plus this. We can change the brand colors if you want to, and then it has the AI profit boardroom. So this is the product kit. Then we're going to click on continue, and then we can choose our ad style, right? So we can choose between like simple UGC, clean, minimal, unboxing, viral chaos, luxury, etc. Let's go with simple UGC and just see what that does. I don't know if that's going to work for a digital product, but we can test it out. And then we've got the billboard style here as well. So we'll see what those generate in a second. In the meantime, we can go back to the Cinema Studio, and you can create multiple generations at once if you're using the right thing. Again, look at these pop-ups, super annoying. So here we've got the Cinema Studio, and we can choose between like duration, movements, etc. We can also use Sora too, which is pretty cool. We've got the UGC factory. All right, let's try this out. So upload an image or describe the scene you can imagine. All right. So go over to Claude. And Jonah says, thanks for updating me with AI news so I can find the best solutions for my project. Always happy to help. And I'm going to go inside here, and I'm going to go to a photo of me. Go to about. Here we go. Download that. Plug this in. And then we'll say, come up with an action movie prompt for Higgsfield that uses the image for me attached. Keep the prompt short plus simple plus visually amazing, and make sure it's about 5 seconds, not super long or complicated. So we get Claude to prompt this out for us. And then inside here as well, I'm just going to take a screenshot of the settings and then get Claude to use those settings as well. And we'll paste those in. My spelling has got way worse since I started using AI, simply because it understands any typos or anything like that. So I don't really correct myself anymore on the typos, to be honest. And then you can see it's coming up with some ideas. Man walks towards camera in slow motion, massive explosion erupts behind him, debris flies past, he doesn't flinch. Okay, great. So we go back to the chat here, upload the image. Let's upload an image from the downloads. Here we go. Why is it plug that one in? There we go. All right, so we're going to use that. I just deleted the prompt, so just type in the prompt again. Resolution, we can change to 2K, and we'll hit generate like so. So these are all taking a little while to generate. Is that the final version? Oh, look at that. So we've got the billboard here. I think we can share that as well. So let's copy the link. It's got to stop asking me for that pop-up. Crazy. Here we go. Future is here. Innovate, automate. That looks pretty cool. Does it have sound as well? No, no sound on that. But we have just generated like a billboard image. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. If you want to get the video notes from today on Higgsfield, I've actually included it inside the resources section. What I'll actually do is I'll include the links to any creations as well. So I'm just going to add a creation section here. Billboard example. So if you want to check these out, you can. These are the shareable links. Let's see what else we got. So we've got the cinematic style video here. Let's click on that. Or is that just an image? We want to generate video here, surely. I'm going to add that image here. All right, so that was the image that it generated, which is not bad. I look a bit weird, but, you know, looking like a Bond villain, why not? Why not? Then we'll add the image of me. Use that to generate. Aspect ratio must be 21:9. Okay, let's go to Gemini and resize it using Nano Banana. So upload an image, resize this to 21:9 aspect ratio. Let's make it HQ. And then we can hopefully resize it for Higgsfield as well. This should be ready as well. So I think this works better for sure if you have an actual product. You can see that the AR profit boredom is in the background though on the laptop, which is pretty cool. I think we can download that too. Let's test it out. From joining AI Profit Boardroom, I learned how to plug AI into my sales process. And wow, that's cool. All right, let's play this back. Anessa says, "Hi, Julian. Thanks for sharing. Happy to help." So we're just going to play this back and see what we get. So it's got the AI Profit Boardroom here as well with some screenshots, and then you'll see in the background that it's got an example as well. So let's play this. Within a week of joining AI Profit Boardroom, I learned how to plug AI into my sales process and let it run. That's pretty cool. And then it's got the AI Profit Boardroom in the background as well. My follow-ups, my emails, even my ads are automated now, and sales keep coming in. Pretty nice. So you can see how you can generate like these videos and testimonials, and that's super convincing, right? That looks real, to be fair. Like, I think if you saw that on a Facebook ad, you'd be like, I don't know. I mean, most people outside the AI world probably wouldn't realize that's not real at all. You can also edit the product kit as well. So if you click on that, you can add more images to include on the UGC, but that's really nice. The billboard has come out beautifully as well. This is one of the most impressive AI video tools that I've ever used. Honestly, it makes it so easy as well. So we're going to try now. Take this. We need to grab the image from Gemini, which we've resized to 21:9 aspect ratio and made it HQ. So we'll download that. I don't know why, but for some reason, if you click the download button, it takes ages on Gemini. But if you right click and save as image, it will actually download a lot faster. So now we're going to add a new image. We'll upload this, take that 21:9 aspect ratio there, and see if this works. Hopefully it does. Yeah, that's worked. Boom, shakalaka. All right, generation has started right there. So we've generated a lot of assets in a short amount of time. If you want to get this one as well, let's see, how do I find my creations here? Asset library, maybe? There we go. All right. Let's share that as well. So that's a UGC example. All the notes are inside the AI Success Lab, which is a community with 42,600 members, as you can see right here. And if you go to the classroom section and then go to January 2026, new AI automations, you can get all the latest video notes and the stuff I've covered this month, including this one. So you can find the resources from today inside the creation section, along with all the video notes and links to everything here as well. Pretty cool. So we'll wait for that to load. That's still in progress. Let's see what else we got here. You actually do like draw to video and sketch to video. Let's have a look at it. So you can draw what happens and that sort of thing. So you can draw a tomato and say, right, add a tomato. Kling avatars. Veo 3.1. If you still can't access Sora 2, I think that is available everywhere, but if you still can't access it, then you can go to Sora 2 here. So let's go to Kling avatars here. And I think we can generate like AI avatars, basically describing the scene that we want. And we can also generate the speech or upload it as well. So we can add in a script here, and then we can type in the prompt and then generate this. Let's try this out. So we've got a choice between Lip Sync Studio and UGC Factory. So if we go to UGC Factory, let's see what we've got. We can choose a model here to include, or you can upload an avatar directly here with a product. Let's try this. So we can upload an avatar and a product. All right, let's try this then. So I'm going to go back here. We'll say, okay, and we'll say thin dog food product, and we'll generate a product image as an example from Gemini, and then we'll plug that into this section, and I'll upload the image of me as the avatar as well. So let's upload that image, and then we can upload the product in a second. Edge of Autumn says, "Hey Julian, long-time follower. Thanks for the content. Always happy to help. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it." So we're gonna go back to create images here. Stop that. Create image. There we go. In dog food product. Let's see if it can create the image. Then we got the cinema. That's not great, is it? So I'm not really walking around. I'm just pretty chill while this thing is exploding in the background. That's not the best, to be honest with you. So it's in the prompt, it says man walks towards camera, but it doesn't really do that. Maybe it's because the image is just me folding my arms. That might not be the best image to use. Wilty says, what is the cost to use Higgsfield AI? So I signed up to the $40 a month, no, $49 a month program. There is a lower package as well, but you get less credits. So let's go back to Gemini here. Create images. Image of a I do like the fact that it just gives you all the video models directly inside here, and then you can see which ones are new here as well, which is useful. But the fact that you can like just go to Sora, Layer 3, you can flick between them, which is pretty nice. And then it tells you what they do, right? So for example, like Kling, cinematic videos with audio, 1, 2.6, multi-shot cinematics, storytelling, etc. As you got this dog food right here. Let's take that. And then we'll go to one, upload the product. We've got an image of me and the product here. And then we should be good to go on that. So we're going to combine the image now. It's going to generate 4 different options for this. That one was a bit meh, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to try a different image. And I'm going to say, right, okay. Action hero. Walking, something like that. I need to change the image. Let's try that. Now we got the combined image of me and the dog food. Why do I look so small there? I should get a better realistic image of me, to be honest. But let's try that one. So click on next here. Smiling plus showing off the dog food. Next, type the character speech. Hey, this dog food tastes amazing. Try it out. And then you can choose the voice types. You can switch between like whispers a bit, rough voice, harsh voice, soft and clear, low and strong, very high, no sound. All right, let's go with rough voice, emotion, happy, language. You can choose between English and everything, and then accent as well. So we could go with British accent. Hit generate, see what we got. Now we've got the image. So we're generating the avatar with Gemini, and then we'll plug it into Higgsfield. I'll delete that image right there, and then we'll plug this in. See what we get. And generate that. So similar to Glyph. I've never actually tried Glyph. I've never heard of that before, but maybe I can cover that in a future video. What else we got in the app section here? So most popular. Click to add, angles, transitions, recast, face swap. Create a storyboard as well. Let's try this, Instadump. So you can add a selfie and then create a pack based on this. All right, let's go for the looks maxim one. We'll create a pack here. We'll upload a reference. Just going to grab a picture in the background. All right, let's upload this image. There we go. How many do we need to add? I think just one. All right, test. Let's test out. And then we got the cinematic video here. It's okay, but look, it's cut off the top there. It looks a little bit weird. I probably need to get better settings on this. I'm sure it's a really powerful tool, but that one certainly looks a lot better at this. I guess the more you use it, the better you get. Kind of like a skill set. We've got the guy with dog food here. Wow. Okay. Let's unmute this and test out. My email, even my ads are automated now. Let's play this back.
Hey, this dog tastes amazing. Try it out.
This is too weird. I could never use that. It's super weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's cool, but I think you need better quality images to use this. Let's just try the Instagram method now. But so far, I think the billboard image was the best. This one is okay. The UGC ad for this one was pretty terrible. And then if you go to the asset library, you can see everything that you've generated, as you can see. Oh, no. And then We'll just wait for this one to do. What I've actually done in the video notes today is just give you some ideas of like what you can do, what you can build with this, etc. A custom framework for building with this for AI video domination, and then also a little formula that you can use for building with this as well. It also runs you through like some of the limited beliefs that would stop you from using this, and also a 30-day action plan for really testing out Higgsfield and building with it, as you can see. Not only that, but I've also included like 100 prompts that you could try inside Higgsfield AI based on what's working, as you can see. So let's go back to the storyboard now. That's just generating, as you can see. Taking a little while, that one, isn't it? Sea Dance looks really cool as well. What else we got here? The Cinema Studio, I think you can create some amazing stuff with that. It's just what I've created. It's not worked out that well. I think it all comes down to like how you use it and that sort of thing. That has not turned out. That's the same thing. I'm guessing I didn't use that properly, but you get the point. Like you can create a lot of cool stuff inside there. It's definitely worth playing around with. Like if I spent probably a few hours on this, I could create some amazing stuff. So far, it's all right. I also like the fact you can take these transitions and start using them as well, so you can actually generate with these transitions. You just upload your frames and that sort of thing, and yeah, that's how it works. Logan says Instadump said was up to 15 photos, so might be better with more than one. Yeah, I would agree with that. If I had more time, I would show it more. And then NA says hello to you too. So thanks so much for watching. That is Higgsfield. If you want to get the examples of the stuff that I created today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab with a 30-day roadmap, my personal framework for doing this stuff, some prompts, etc., and all the video resources from today, as you can see. This is an amazing community with 42,600 AI builders. You can post in the community, get access to the latest automations. We've got stuff on Higgsfield, Claude, etc. And then if you haven't already, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. This is a community of like 1,900 serious AI builders. Inside there, for example, we share our wins, we share our goals together, we share what's working for us and that sort of thing. And if you get stuck or have any questions, you can post and we all help each other out, like you can see. So, for example, Molly was asking about the best platform for building apps, and like 20 people got back to her, including me personally. I answer all these questions as well personally. And then inside the calendar here, you can jump on the coaching calls. There's 4 coaching calls per week, so you can ask any questions, get help and support whenever you need it. And inside the classroom here, you can check out our best courses on, for example, like how to learn how to build AI agents in 6 minutes, how to go from complete beginner to expert in AI, all of my best playbooks for automating my business, including like newsletter automations, Twitter, video, avatar, etc. And then also we've got our best NA10 templates in there, how to get clients to your AI automation agency. We record the coaching calls in case you can't get them back. And also our best AI SEO automations and a YouTube 6-week roadmap that shows you from start to finish how to get results with YouTube based on what's working for me. So feel free to get that link in the comments description to the AI Profit Boardroom. So there is a new open source AI coder, as you can see, called iQuest Coder that we're going to be testing out today. It's from China. You can see how it performs on the benchmarks. It's actually outperforming, for example, Claude on many of the key benchmarks, as you can see. We're going to be testing out side by side today and just seeing how it performs. Now, I've never tested out before, so it's going to be interesting to see how to set it up, etc. And you can see that it's available on GitHub, so it is open source. Here's some of the coding benchmarks, etc. Here's how it performs. And you should be able to use this for free as well. So we're going to get straight into this. And again, like I've never used it before. I'm not technical. So you can see me mess up if it doesn't work. And if it works, hopefully it does, then we can build some cool stuff with it. So let's get straight into setting this up. The way that I usually set up GitHub and figure out how to set this up is I just go on to GitHub. Then I copy and paste the instructions into Claude, ask how to set this up step by step. And we'll go from here. We'll open up the terminal, paste in the instructions. This might be super slow on my laptop as well, but we'll see how it goes. So it's downloading it here. Then we just need to add our token. Wilty says, I am not comfortable using these tokens on my computer. So these Chinese models, that's okay. I'll test them out myself, see how they perform. I'll be the guinea pig. And then we're going to go to read at the top here, create token. And we'll see how this goes. Let's try again. Oh, it says the model won't run on my Mac Mini. May not be a chance to use it, actually, to be fair. So I think that was a terrible experiment. But we tested it out together. All right. Let's just check this out. Interesting. All right. Well, let's move on to the next video then. So next up, we're going to be trying Retriever. If you never used Retriever AI, this basically allows you to automate your browser. I'll pull it up in a second. We'll have a look how it goes. Logan says, well, at least now we know. We do indeed. That was, I mean, it's good to see this stuff. Like quite often this stuff breaks or whatever. So I think it's good to see this on the live stream and see what works, see what doesn't work, right? So we're going to click on Add to Chrome for Retriever AI. And if you've never used Retriever, basically what it does is it allows you to like scrape, automate, and monitor the web. All right, so it's an AI agent that can just go off, work its magic, and we should be able to automate a lot of stuff with this simple automation. So what you can actually do is, even if you don't want to install the browser, I think you can use it directly on here. So let's just test this out. We're going to try scraping something. So I'm going to say, okay, get the pricing of the AI profit border, something like that. And we'll see if this works. So we'll click on Launch AI, hit send, sign in. Enable workflows. So I think this allows it to access spreadsheets and stuff like that. And let's see if it can scrape LinkedIn. So we're going to put in my profile here, plug that in, add the URL. So we'll paste in my LinkedIn profile URL and say scrape this URL. We'll hit send, enable workflows, go to me at juliangoldie.com, allow it to go to Google Drive. And get it to work its magic. And now you can see this is a free extension up to certain limits, I think. And what it's doing now is navigate into my LinkedIn profile, and it should be able to scrape that information. So it's planned out here. Then it's processing it, processing the request. It's got the URL down here. Let's try something else. Maybe we need to use something where it's not signed in. So I'm going to see if it works here. You can add your own proxies as well, I think, as well. So we'll hit send. And we can check out the extension too. So this is the Chrome extension, just going to sign in. And now you can see it's scraping the web page and pulling in the pricing data. Boom. There we go. Let's see if it actually got the price right. And then you actually get a certain amount of credits, and here's the remaining amount of credits we have left. And then it's pulled in the pricing right there. All right, let's try something else now. So I'm going to say, okay, go to, I'm going to say, find Julian Goldie, the SEO on LinkedIn, plus scrape all his information from the profile. Then write an email outreach message that I'll use later to contact him. Selling white label SEO. And we'll enhance the prompt. See what it does. So it's actually improved the prompt quite dramatically right there. So you can see it's like, here's the instructions, here's what to do. So I definitely recommend clicking the enhanced prompt option. The UI of rtrvr AI as well, since last time I've used it, is a lot nicer now than it was before. And then we'll click enter. And let's see if it can work its magic. All right, so it's navigated to LinkedIn, as you can see, and it searched Julian Goldie SEO in the title. So it's actually, there'll be a few Julian Goldies around, and so that's why I put the SEO, so make sure that you give it the right information. Now it's scraping LinkedIn, as you can see, so it's navigating to the profile, getting all the information there. Analyzing the page, extracting the data, etc. And there we go. We've got the full outputs here. So if we pull this up, you can see now what it's done. It's got the outputs, right? So step one was scraping and navigating to the LinkedIn profile. Then it's got the output. So it got all the information that was scraped from the page. And then from there, what I actually did is write the email, right? So it's like subject, here's the information. It's taken all the information from my profile, offered a CTA, and then you can, make sure that it's customized to you and your business and everything. But that was pretty easy to do, to be fair. Not bad at all. I think we can keep going from there as well. So we could actually say like, put that into a Google Sheet or send it from Gmail, etc. Let's see if it can actually send the email as well. So I'm going to say, okay, now send this from me at juliangoldie.com to juliangoldie@gmail.com. Navigate to here. Then send this email from, and we'll say, send the details, Dan the man at seomagic.com. Something like that. We'll enter. We'll see if it can do that. So it's navigated to that inbox that I gave it the link for. It's opening up a new email to write here. It's put in the to email address, and this is really quick to use, quite quick and easy. I like the fact as well, like I didn't have to plug in a custom API key to use this as well. And then it sent the message. So you can see it says, "Hi Julian, blah blah blah." It didn't customize it to us on our company name, which is kind of annoying, but it did everything else. But pretty nice workflow right there. All right, so what I've actually done is inside the AI Success Lab, I've actually generated all the links for using this. So you can get the links to the Chrome extension, the website, the cloud dashboard, etc. And then what I've actually done is created a custom framework on how to turn your browser into a self-driving lead machine. All right. So if you're wondering, okay, like what is rtrvr AI, how does it work, etc. So it's an AI browser agent, lives inside Chrome as an extension. You tell it what to do, it does it for you. Clicks things, scroll pages, extract data, fill forms, right? You can also navigate websites, and this does it in the background whilst you're working on something else. So it's like having a virtual assistant that lives inside the browser. And you can bring your own Gemini API key as well, and then automate stuff for free. So most browser automation tools are expensive, complicated, easy to detect, and cloud-based. rtrvr AI is different because it operates within your browser. It's undetectable to anti-bot systems. You can use Gemini models, and it's running locally on Chrome, so it's pretty fast and private. So let's try something else now. We're going to say extract testimonials and auto format for social proof. So let's try this out. We're going to plug in that prompt over here. We're going to go to juliangoldie.com and extract testimonials. See if this works. There we go. So it's navigate to juliangoldie.com. Scrolling down the page, grabbing all the testimonials, as you can see. And then it's actually put those into a nice little spreadsheet here. This is pretty cool. So you can see here, for example, it's taken the source website, right? So juliangoldie.com, the client names, the name of the people who have given testimonials. It's put it into a Google Doc on my drive. And then also it's got the testimonial quotes. So it's like, Julian is very skilled, Julian Wentworth, blah, blah, blah. These are all actual quotes from my website. Let's just check these are correct. So if we go to juliangolder.com and check this out. There we go. So it is scraping the correct testimonials from the page, and then it's extracted them into a nice little spreadsheet right there. So it's pretty good at like automating tasks, doing it in minutes, doing it in the background, and then you give it a simple prompt and it goes off, creates a new sheet with all the details. So far, pretty good, right? It's already scraped LinkedIn, created an email, sent an email, scraped testimonials from our website. Let's see what else we can do here. So I actually got a 30-day plan here as well on how to use this. But what I want to do here is just take some of the custom prompts from the 100 prompt section and see what we can do. So let's say, for example, scrape this competitor's blog for all articles, titles, and publication dates. Let's see if it can do that. So I'm going to take that and we're going to give it the URL via goldieagency.com. Logan says, could it use AI to create something like, for example, a Gemini 3 photo? Let's try it out in a sec. We'll see if it works. So it has navigated to the blog now on goldieagency.com. It's extracting the information. Opening up a new tab. And then you can see here it's the publication dates are actually not on the blog. So that's why it's done that. But it's scraped the titles of each of the blogs from the blog post on the website. So it did that perfectly as well. Pretty nice. So for data extraction, generating leads, I think it'd be really good for. It's also pasting in more and more, as you can see. So it's actually taking more and more blogs from the page. And then set them all up here. Pretty amazing. I'm actually I think you can cancel this as well. So we're going to cancel that in a minute just to stop running that task. But you can see how easy that was, right? It can create new Google Sheets. It works with your Google Drive directly, which is pretty nice. And then it actually has a link to the spreadsheet that is created down here as well for reference. There seems to be no limit to what you can do. I mean, so far, we navigated to LinkedIn, scraped my LinkedIn profile, created a custom email based on that LinkedIn profile, sent the email. Then we went to juliangolder.com, extracted all the testimonials from the website. It did that perfectly, put it on a Google Sheet. And then finally, we scraped this competitor's blogs for all article titles and publication dates. So now let's try this out. We're going to say, okay, go to Gemini. What is it? Gemini.google.com. Create an image of a cat eating a banana. We'll hit enter, see what that does. I've tested out many computer use agents like Nano Browser, for example. Also, I've used stuff like Claude, Chrome browser agent as well. But this is right up there. This is really, really good. So, and the difference here is it's free as well, and it's just a simple Chrome extension that you can install. So, the problem with Claude, for example, is like you have to sign up to the pro version to use it. This is a lot easier. So now it should be generating an image. Let's see if it does it. Defining the scene, analyzing the details, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. We've got a cat eating a banana. All right. So Logan, Could it use AI to create something like, for example, Gemini 3 photo? Absolutely, as you've seen. It's just gone off and done its magic right there. It's pretty cool. It's also got a bunch of tools active, right? So you can see all the tools that it can do. So, for example, it can actually send like Slack messages. It can create a pop-up alert. It can check all your browser tabs, get page data, execute JavaScript. It can plan, act on the tab, extract from the tab, and then crawl and extract as well. So, in terms of how you use it, it's pretty much limitless. It seems to work really, really well here. So let's go back to this. What you're seeing is how to set this up in under 5 minutes, how to automate repetitive browser tasks, how to scrape data straight into Google Sheets. I think you can also like teach it workflows that actually repeats automatically as well. So if we go back to Retriever here, let's see if we can do that. You can actually teach it a trick here. So if you do a certain task and you do it regularly, you can actually hit record and then go off and create it. So for example, like that, you can say, okay, do this, and then it will just automatically do that each time as well, which is pretty nice as well. I'm interested. I want to test it to its limit, right? So what I'm actually going to do is see if I can teach it a trick, and then it will just repeat the workflow. All right. So for example, if I'm like, okay, I want to create a new set of notes inside the AI Success Lab, can it do it for me? All right. So we're going to click on record here, teach a trick. I'm going to call this new school module, like so. Click on the plus. Now it's recording. So we're going to go over to here. Then we're going to go to classroom. Click on the classroom, add a new page, call this new AI agent is insane. And then we'll put the funnel links at the top. Something like that. Hit save. And then stop the recording. And it's, for example, been taught the trick now, right? So if we use that like so, can it create a new module for us? Let's see. So it's navigating to school, as you can see. Then it's going to the classroom. This is the trick we just taught it. So it's taken the screen recording and the tasks that we'd normally do. It failed with that. It failed with that task. All right. So it does have limits. That's good to know. But for everything else, it seems to work. I don't really like the tricks option. I don't think that worked very well, to be honest with you. But it's good for you to see the limitations as well, because then you can see what works and what doesn't, etc. So the recording didn't work at all. And it got a bit confused and thought the task was complete when it wasn't. Now, what I've actually done is inside the AI Success Lab, I've included all the resources from today with the links. The browser domination frameworks, how to turn your browser into a self-driving lead machine in 30 days, that shows you exactly how to do this step by step based on some of the stuff that we've talked about today. And then also, I've run through some of the limiting beliefs that might just be holding you back. So, some of the limiting beliefs that you want to have to win with this stuff. So, for example, some people will say, well, automation is complicated to set up. Honestly, like with this one, you just install the Chrome extension and it's good to go. All right. Um, some people say as well, like I can only do one automation at a time. Actually, inside the chat here, you could give it multiple automations to work on, and then it can work on multiple automations in the background as well. Other people say, well, AI can only answer questions, not take real actions. But as you've seen today, like AI can now control your browser and actually do real work, right? So scraping LinkedIn, generating leads, finding testimonials, scraping blog posts, finding titles, creating spreadsheets. It can do all of that, and it can do it faster than most humans, to be honest. So this is the shift that most people haven't caught yet. ChatGPT, for example, is great for answering questions, but it can't really do anything in the real world. They did have their own agent that launched. Honestly, I didn't like it that much. Retriever changes that. So you can give any AI chat browser superpowers via this MCP. Just, use the retriever and you're good to go on this. So for example, if you say like to retriever, okay, go off and find 50 leads for my SEO agency, you actually go off and do it. Other people say, well, I need to babysit my automations. Basically, what you can do is set it once and then run it forever. And I think you can actually schedule stuff as well with retriever. And yeah, it's a pretty powerful way to use it. So, for example, like let's have a look at the old way versus the new way. The old way would be, for example, like for finding leads. You would manually search LinkedIn before and copy and paste to a spreadsheet, and that would take like 2 hours to do, right? Whereas a new way is Retriever AI can scrape 100 leads whilst you go off and do something else. For competitor research, before you'd be checking competitor websites manually, and that's easy to forget or miss important changes. Now you can automate it with 24/7 monitoring, and also get like Slack alerts when anything changes as well. On top of that, for example, form filling. Like the old way was filling out the same form 50 times, pretty boring, can create a lot of errors along the way. Whereas now you can actually record this as a trick and run it on loads of websites automatically. So that's basically how it works today. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get the 30-day roadmap for using this stuff, if you want to get 100 prompts for testing with Retriever AI, and all the links to everything that I've covered today, it's all inside the AI Success Lab. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. If you go to the AI Success Lab here, as you can see, it's a community that connects you with 42,700 members. And if you go to the classroom, you'll find the new automations that I've covered today right here inside the Retriever section, as you can see. Plus, I've added an extra video tutorial that breaks it down in a more concise way. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. And if you haven't already, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. Inside there, it's an amazing community of 1,900 AI builders. We have a daily accountability group where you can post your goals, check in, hold yourself accountable, and everyone's really active on that. On top of that, you can post your questions inside the community, get unlimited help and support whenever you're struggling, and you can share your wins and your goals along the way. On top of that, I also do weekly updates where I break down 80 hours of my work into a concise 5-minute update that shows you what to do and what to ignore this week based on the latest AI update. So if you ever feel like AI is overwhelming, if you struggle to focus, if you struggle with shiny object syndrome, etc., then you can check out the weekly updates that I post every week inside the AI Profit Boardroom. This also comes with weekly coaching calls. You can jump on 4 coaching calls per week, get unlimited tech support, jump on the calls, ask any questions that you have. And then inside the classroom here too, you'll see, for example, we have a 6-week roadmap for going from complete beginner to expert with AI. You'll find all of my best playbooks on automating social media. If you follow me on any channel, you see that we use a lot of automation. And then also you'll find my best NA10 templates, a full course on how to get agency clients, coaching call recordings in case you couldn't make them, so you can watch them back. And then we also have the AI SEO automation and the YouTube AI roadmap based on what's working for me as well. So feel free to get that. Appreciate it. Logan says cool stuff. Going to try Retriever. Virtual Coach says can vouch for the AI profit border. Amazing stuff. Thank you very much. And then Smart Ideas says great stuff. Thank you. So thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it as always. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.